Hey guys, this is Jill and I have a new mixed media layout for you today. I'm using this fabulous geometric elephant cut file that I got from the cut shop. I totally went bananas and lost my mind when I saw these geometric animals from the cut shop. I think the file name is Hullabaloo. It's supposed to be like Hullabaloo, but it's Hullabazoo, I think. Oh, I don't know. Okay. So I started with clear gesso on white cardstock, let it dry, and then I am smushing some Shimmerz inks kind of in the outline of the elephant. If you look close, you can see some little pencil marks on my background paper. I just put a few marks to kind of gauge where the elephant was going to go, and I tried to keep the mixed media in that area. But if you've ever done the packaging technique, you know that that's pretty much impossible. So again, I was just trying to keep it in the general area, the general body of the elephant. I used several colors from Shimmerz: Ruby, Pretty in Pink, Chickadee, Jenny Beat Blue. That might have been all of them. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. I think those are the, no, there's another color in there too, and I'm sorry I don't remember what it is. Okay, but those are the main ones. And I just smushed and flicked and smushed and flicked. And that is how I got this. And you know, watching this video and playback, I can see that kind of does look like an elephant a little bit. Yeah? So then I put the cut file over it, and you can totally tell it's a geometric elephant. So there I am. I'm going to go back and do a little bit of flicking, and then I turned off the camera because you guys didn't need to see that entire process. So while the camera was off, once I had adhered the elephant, I realized that the white on white, even though there is some mixed media, got lost. You couldn't really exactly tell what the shape was. So to fix that, I used one of those Zig Millennia markers or pens, and I just outlined the entire thing. Went all the way around the elephant, went inside each cut on the interior of the elephant, and now it totally pops and you can totally tell that that is a geometric elephant, and I love it. Okay, so I went on Google Images and I typed in elephant sayings, and that is how I came up with this title. I did not know what I wanted to call it. I knew I had a black and white photo of my girlie from last year. She's swinging out back in our yard, and I knew I wanted to use that. I just wasn't exactly sure what I was trying to get across on this page. So then I saw the saying, the greatest things in life aren't things, and on Google Images I found it paired with an elephant, and I thought, well, perfect. So I pulled out some ink that I have had in my stash forever. Oh, you got to see my gray hair just now. How fun is that? I pulled some Mama Elephant inks I've had in my stash forever. I bought these inks when Mama Elephant first started making inks, so these are some of the original colors. I know, okay, let me see. On the top left, that is, okay, I don't know that one. Then it's a hot pink, okay, and then there's yellow, and I can't remember the name of that one either. The blue is called Ocean, the gray is Smoke, and the lighter pink is called Bubblegum. So those are the inks that I used, and to do this stamping I pulled out a Studio Calico stamp set that I have had seriously for like 5.5, 6 years. I haven't subbed to Studio Calico in at least 5 years, so I got it in a kit before that. It's old and I doubt you'll ever be able to find it, but I have seen other similar stamp sets where you get both the solid and the outline. So I'm sure if you did a little searching, you could find a similar stamp set. So the inspiration for my colors on this page came from the Gossamer Blue April kits. I pulled out this 6x6 pad. That is Jen Hadfield. Let me see if I can find the name. Everyday. That is her line with Pebbles. American Crafts, essentially, because they own it. So that was where I got my color inspiration. And then I picked mainly, I think it's like 2 pink and white papers, and then there's the one with the black with the white writing on it. And those are what I used to map my photo. Started with a layer of like that vellum-y tissue type paper. It's like stiffer than both vellum and tissue paper, but it's still kind of transparent. I don't know where I got it. It's been in my stash. So I started with that, and then I'm just hand cutting my layers, and that will map my photo. So after this page was all completed, I thought to myself, I kind of wish I had used a smaller photo. I end up blocking much more of the elephant than anticipated. However, I can still tell that it's an elephant. I'm sure if you took a second looked at it, if you weren't initially sure, after looking at it for a minute, you would be able to tell it's still an elephant. You would also probably think that has nothing to do with anything, and you're right, it doesn't. It's a random page. And I like that. I like that it's not a theme. There isn't anything particular going on. It's just things that I really like. I love the geometric animals from the cut shop. I loved this Maggie Holmes line. I loved that Jen Hadfield line. And I love the colors that I used on the background. So this is just things that I love, including my husband and my daughter who were in the photo. So that is where this layout came from. And I intend to use the other animals in that cut shop cut file set, and they'll be just as random because I don't really have any zoo photos left to a scrapbook. We haven't been to the zoo in a year or two, and I don't have any new photos, and I've scrapbooked all the ones from the zoo previously, so I'm just going to use these animals and come up with some cute saying like the greatest things in life aren't things, and I'm just going to make pages that I love. And I hope that you guys do the same thing with these cut files. Well, I can't even express the amount of joy I have from these cut files. Is that not insane? I had posted a photo on Instagram, like as soon as I downloaded those after I purchased them from the cut shop, I had to cut this elephant. I couldn't even wait. It was like late at night, and I stood there over my silhouette and just watched it cut out of pure joy. Please tell me I'm not the only person who does things like that. Okay, so I didn't film the entire embellishing process here. I used a few of the Jen Hadfield tags. I used one of these Maggie Holmes fringe hearts that I had to have, and then, you know, here we are, 4 months later, and I still haven't used them. I added in some thread. I used both a bright pink and gold, and you'll see me futzing around with this thread, and that gold thread is stiff, so it doesn't want to twirl, and I just had a heck of a time with it. I can't remember if I filmed all of that or not. Just know it was a struggle, and it was real. There, oh, here I am looking for the gold thread. I'm not the most organized girl in the world. So coming up in just a minute, there's going to be final photos of this layout, and I used some more of the Jen Hadfield Everyday line. I cut floral stickers from her line in half and tucked them behind the matted photo. So I've got the floral in the tag, which matches the colors in my background, and then I added in a little bit more floral. I also added in some more foiled gold with Jen Hadfield sticker leaves and hearts. So I tied in the gold in a few areas on the page as well. And I've mentioned before, to me, a layout looks complete, so to speak, if I have balance with color. I don't always balance visually in the sense that I've got a visual triangle or a rule of thirds, but I like to balance with color. So if I've got gold at the top, I put gold at the bottom, gold on the left, I'll put gold on the right, vice versa. I like to add color like that. But there's an exception to every rule. On another layout I did not too long ago, I've got like one little pop of yellow, and that's it. There's no balancing. So again, do what you like. This is your page. These are your memories. You make what makes you happy. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks except for what you like. So there's the final shot, and I did add some close-ups for this one because the stamping wasn't as easy to see in the full picture. So there's a few close-ups, and I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching my video. Thank you.